Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful Saturday morning here in Austin, Texas. This is day 1159 of the 3+ Minutes of Planks Challenge, and as always, I am filled with gratitude. Thoughts on my mind this morning. I recently saw a video with the footballer Travis Hunter, who had just won the Heisman Trophy, and he was on a podcast called The Pivot. And Channing had asked him a question about his association with Deion Sanders and how would he take anything back, or does he think about what would have happened if he hadn't gone with Deion and up to this point and then be able to get to the acknowledgement and things that he just did of sort. And he thought on it a moment, and he said, no, he wouldn't have done anything different. It was an interesting thing to think of that. Yesterday I was hanging out with my good friend Roger, and he'd asked me a similar question. You see, in my lifetime, I have pretty much lived all over the world, but definitely lived in different cities, lived in Nigeria at one point. And he asked me, at the age of 13, which is a specific conversation we were talking about when I left my dad and I moved to my mom, that I hadn't seen him forever. And he asked me, do you ever think about what would have been different and how it would have been different and what your life would be like and things of the sort? And I had not ever really thought that specific question. Maybe I've told around it, but I'd never really thought about that specific question. And I sat with it for a quick second, and I was like, man, my life would be so different. And I was thinking, okay, why didn't I ask myself that specific question? And I could tell you what it really came down to is, in the space that I was in, possibly in my past, I couldn't have accepted that answer, or I would have found reasons to say why life isn't whatever it is. I've had an amazing life, and it hasn't always gone perfect. But sitting in this moment, or in the moment when he asked me the question, and even this moment, I realized I would do none of it different. Doesn't mean my life is great. Doesn't mean that everything has happened in the way that I want to. Let me correct that. It does mean my life is great. But my variables are different. It's just about being at peace with myself, grateful for the moment, grateful for my daughter, grateful for both of my daughters, grateful for where I am, my friendships, my family, even my enemies. Like, I'm grateful for it all because it put me right here in this space. So I can't really look at anything that's happened in the past besides saying, okay, I could have done this better, maybe, or learned from it. But beyond that, I will take every step of my life the same way, without any regrets, without any woe is me, and just say, man, I am grateful for this moment. It's just an interesting thought. Anyway, that's just my thoughts for today. As always, be blessed today and every day. Thank you for listening. Peace.